And the echo from my own speakers says we are now live. All right, we should be live anyway. Folks, we are back after somewhat a hiatus. Had a lot of problems with my electricity and internet with all the storms that are ravaging the east coast of the U.S. But we're back tonight with any luck. If we suddenly go off, I'm going to blame my dog. That's right, buddy. You're to blame. Don't look at me. So tonight, some BX Dungeons and Dragons. We have Richard. Who you playing?
Hi there, I'm Richard, and I am playing Scrimbleshanks. Some people would call him a halfling. I guess he would probably describe himself as that as well. And he is level 4.
Okay, level 4 halfling. And no way will that mean anything. No, it won't come up. Dion, who do you got?
Hello.
And let's hear the pronunciation.
Hello, I'm Stoltheim Reinbach the Seventh, French aristocrat and level 4 magic user.
So to become the 7th, you have to kill the other 6? Is that how it works in your family?
No, we're not Highlanders. Very similar, but no, usually we just die due to misfortune.
Oh, I see. Jameis, who you got?
Hey, let me just open up the character sheet here. I am someone called Mr. Nittles, apparently.
What?
You just grabbed the wrong sheet. Yes.
Galen Rayhorn, cleric of priest of level 8.
I was so scared. I was like, wait, did I miss something last week?
That's the character that we used to have in the team.
Yeah. Bill, who do you got?
Hi, I'm Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. He is a level 9 magic user, and he is very large.
He is very large. And to counteract the largeness, I'm going to stream across your face on the lower part of the screen now. These are what the bits do for all these wonderful people here. You can give them rerolls. You can heal a character. You can heal the whole party. Or you can make something good or very bad happen to them. Bad is always my choice, but we'll leave it to you.
We can make good and bad things happen to ourselves. Thank you very much.
It's okay to stream over me. I'm the least pretty of the group.
There we go. That's it. Yeah. Well, again, we're just balancing.
You don't hear anybody arguing.
All right. So last time, guys, it has been a bit. How many sausages did we miss? 1, 2? Missed a couple in there. We missed a number. But you're in a basement of the wizard Kevorkian, who wasn't in residence. Yeah, it wasn't in residence, but his child, Karen, was here, asked you to fetch a couple of items from his basement, which he did, to be fair, told you that it would likely result in your death, and that there were many traps left over from Kevorkian that were, maybe no longer functioning as they should be. Yeah. I mean, you were given a warning. Fair warning was given.
You say the person's name was Karen?
Karen, K-E.
Did she
Kaern. It's a he.
But
I'm choosing to pronounce it Karen.
Yeah, did he ask for the manager? Is that like what happened?
Well, that was the first thing he said when he saw your group. Who's the manager? Right.
Scrimbleshanks.
Oh, God.
So
I'm not even part of the Green Company. Never mind.
We ended the last section with you finding the armory in Stoltheim, seeing outside the door, not having entered yet, seeing the sword that you were supposed to find, likely in the armory, as the description matches something that you see. But as you were preparing to enter, you notice that there seems to be a critter in guard here, very stone-skinned gargoyle that has been moving about as you have opened the door.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not great.
We stand back and let Scrimbleshanks go at it.
I only have one spell and it's shield.
Nope, Scrimbleshanks is going to talk, so go ahead.
I'm wondering why the room isn't showing, though. Hold on a second. Let me... Oh, it's because you haven't breached the door yet. Here, let me just.
We opened the door and looked inside. We didn't go in there, so I don't know.
There
Hey
you go.
guys, we
There's
don't
the door.
necessarily need a door.
It's true you don't, but 11, because of course in this universe all rooms are numbered with large painted numbers on the ground. It's the thing.
I mean, it makes so much sense. You would just say, go and
does.
find room number 13. That's the bathroom.
Mhm.
Go, just keep counting doors until you get there. I'm sure.
Mhm.
And it is amazing how the stone floors are all conveniently in a 5-foot section of floor, almost like a grid. Just amazing. All right, there you go, guys. You guys are outside the door of room 11 there, and flittering. The ceilings in this room are quite high, so that's why you didn't notice the creature at first, because just looking through the outside, like the lintel.
We
of the
never
door
went
frame,
in.
You did not, but looking from the outside, the safe side of the door frame, the ceilings of this room are high enough that it was flying up higher and then kind of dipped down just enough that you saw it. There you go. It has not menaced you as you stand outside, bravely standing outside.
Probably only it reacts if we go in.
Good. Appropriate time of the day to you. Being, creature, animated object, or general life form.
You hear a
Would you like to talk to us?
indrawing of breath, and then there's yeah. Give me a second. What's your armor class? Scribble Shanks.
My armor cross.
Your
Yeah.
armor
Very
class. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna
So,
have 5. So
You're from it's an excellent shot as it just hawks this loogie on you that just splatters on you, and you're just covered from like crown to toes with this just green, awful smelling phlegm. It doesn't do you any damage. Boy, it doesn't smell good.
God, damn, you say that. The damage to my reputation is irreparable.
And the cleaning bill. The cleaning bill.
Yeah, just as much regard for you now as we had before.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much. Look! Well, I don't know. Maybe this is a form of greeting. I don't know. I have seen places where this is a thing, so I'll try to hock a loogie back at them as well. I don't know if you
Sure.
want me to roll for that or not at all. But I will
Yeah, go ahead.
in their general direction.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's just look for the comedic effect here.
Just do it.
What is that?
And thus was
Dexterity, I
their
guess?
marriage.
Yes.
Constitution? I don't know. No.
Dexterity to hit him, but you got to get a little bit
Con
of
to
lift
bring
on
it
it
up.
too.
Well, I mean, I did a dex check, so a 10 is a success.
Yeah. Okay. So your feeble little spit does catch a wing, and you just hear kind of as it floats above, kind of getting out of the range in case someone starts shooting arrows. You just hear just a little chuckling.
As you honor me with bodily fluids from you, I honor you with the bodily fluids from myself. Now that the pleasantries have been exchanged, may we come in without you swooping down and attacking us?
There's
Is
a
that a
stream.
thing?
There's a stream of urine that drops in front of the door frame.
Wow.
Absolute filth.
I'm guessing that was a negative response.
I've never met somebody who communicates solely in bodily fluids. I mean, a
Get me
long
drunk
conversation
enough,
would
that's what
be
I'll do.
very difficult.
It's a deep language with a lot of inflection.
So, well, I mean, if somebody else wants to take over talking or anything here,
I think you're married now. Go ahead.
All right, so the beast has kind of floated, or you're not exactly sure how it motivates itself, but it's gone high enough into the ceiling that you can't see it from outside of the room anymore.
We need that sword. When you get the sword. Do you want to go get it, though, friends?
Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna go in and be bait. I'll cast shield on myself. and then you guys gang up on it.
What? I mean, shit.
Oh, yeah, we've still got a bliss spell on us. That's when I cast bliss.
Is that still functioning?
That's like 6 hours.
Oh.
Unless there's
What?
another idea, but
It doesn't help you being hit. It just.
Don't have any ideas.
Oh, he's keep rolling. It does.
Yep. Yeah. So what do you want to do? I mean, one of the
Good
items that you were set down here to find, obviously in this room. Well, I shouldn't say obvious, but certainly looks like it.
There's a lot of swords, and we are looking for a sword. So
No, well,
chances
there's
are-
in particular, there's one very nice looking sword. Actually, the other thing that you see that's quite interesting is there's like a very fine, like what you call it? I'm just gonna be like a sneeze rag, like a handkerchief, but a very dainty one, kind of just laying in the floor. It looks very fresh.
Kieran came in and got attacked. Fine, I barge into the room and go for the sword.
You're gonna barge into the room. All right.
Yeah, we're just standing here otherwise.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll initiative then, and we'll do it for your side. Unless you're the only one going in.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't add anything either way. So
Okay.
3.
3. Okay. Also a 3, which makes sense. So as you come into the room, it is in fact not winged. It's just apparently very strong. It's just lifting itself by grabbing out of the bookcase with its long claws, and as you come into the room, it kind of just drops upon you. It's simultaneous, but you are its only sole target at the moment. So what do you want to do?
Full defense while I go for the sword. I'm ignoring this thing.
Okay, you're basically gonna just go
Knock
full defense.
away with the shield is basically.
That's fine as you go towards the very obvious sword. Okay,
unless she does attack me, I don't really give a crap.
As large as the creature is, it's easily it's larger than man size. It's almost half again as tall as Galen is, but despite its just largeness, it is incredibly brutally fast. It has 4 attacks.
Well, bring it.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. It's got 2 claw attacks.
Now, full defense gives another 2 bump to your armor, or 1? 2?
You're going full defense. I'm going to give you a 1 because you actually have another goal. You're trying to get towards the sword.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm not attacking as the main deal.
So that's going to hit an armor class -3, and then
not with full defense. Not with full defense. That's my normal armor class.
Okay. Well, yeah. So it's a bear thing. So as you throw your shield wide, it keeps you from being clawed. Seeing that it's not able to breach your defenses, it has a wickedly curved horn on the top of its head, which it tries to gouge you with.
Toad is a wicked
okay, so that is also going to miss with your full defense. And again, not able to get around your shield, it decides to just reach down and bite you in the neck. Oh, that hit.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That takes my -4.
Okay, well, the bite is actually its least damaging. It's only 3 points of damage. However,
oh no, I'm dead.
Do make a save.
This is petrification, or
in this case, it's gonna be a save versus poison.
Okay, I'll do this one. Worry about the modification afterwards. Oh, even with the modification, that would be it.
Okay, are you going to take that?
What choice do we have?
You're out of bits. That's
we
right,
never
folks.
have bits.
You do have bits. Okay.
No, we don't.
I think you're out. I think you're completely out.
Yeah,
so that's right. They are out. They have no recourse but to take the roll.
I am poisoned.
Okay, so your shield arm just starts to get really heavy, and you just can't keep it up as the creature's weight just kind of pushes it down, and you kind of slump over, and you find that you don't have control of your limbs anymore. You are, in fact, you can still see and hear, but you can't speak or move your muscles. Go ahead and roll me a D8.
It was simultaneous. So did I get the sword?
You didn't quite reach the sword. No.
Ooh, I'm out for 8 rounds.
Yeah, you are frozen in place for 8 rounds. So you guys see this happen. He looks like he's making some good movement across. He's got his shield up. The thing's landed on it, but he's still kind of walking forward towards that sword. And then you see the thing kind of lunge back and just bite him. And you see kind of Galen kind of fall to the ground, and he isn't moving. What are the rest of you guys doing? This is all simultaneous. So
Can I cast?
yeah,
Would have had to-
technically you should announce it first, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Well, no, I've been thinking about this for a while. Do I believe that Dimension Door would work on this creature?
Well, you can't Dimension Door. I mean, it has to actually move through the door. You can't cast Dimension Door on a creature.
Okay, so I can't just. All right.
No.
He's done that previously.
Yeah. You can put it in its path so that it goes through it, but you can't cast it on it.
No, I'm not going to do that yet.
Well, and currently it's also on top of Galen, so it would move them both.
Meh.
I'll magic missile it.
Okay. Well, no chance of hitting Galen by doing that, so go right ahead.
All right. Let's see here. That's 3d6 plus 3. Looks like 13. Not bad.
Okay, 13 points of damage.
Well, we know how much difference it has. So.
Do we? Oh, that's
Yep.
what all the 8s were. Right. Yep.
Mhm. Okay, your what are they? Blazing skulls slam
Yeah.
into the creature.
Screaming black skulls.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it seems to have kind of a rocky skin, so it kind of chips and cracks the creature. But it still seems to be fighting fit as it turns to see who just did that to it. Anyone else? Missile weapon, or I feel brave and charge
Yeah.
in.
If he's casting magic missile, I guess I'm casting ordinary missile with my bow from the doorway at the gargoyle creature. Pow! Take this. It's a terrible miss. Woo! Do I hit Jameis? Or Galen laying there on
no,
the floor?
no.
No.
No, we don't really do
That's-
misses. So.
At that rate, you had Kieran upstairs.
Well,
That's a
I
better
don't care
missile.
about that. That would be a great miss.
Did you actually roll a 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you did actually roll a 1.
That is
Okay.
why it says a terrible
Yeah,
miss.
okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Nah, I'm not gonna. He went full defense. The thing's on top of him, so he just would have missed.
So lucky.
Anyone else? That was
Onwards.
magic and missile.
Can I
Still
also
time?
cast?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to cast shield on myself
Yeah.
this turn,
Yeah, perfectly appropriate.
and you see him like kind of psyching himself up, like hiding a bit and like panicking, but like kind of talking to himself for the rest of the like time. Like, come on, you can do this. You're just gonna go in there.
Okay, so that's round. So, Jameis, this next round is your first round of being petrified.
I cast.
No, because you cannot talk, you cannot move. It requires both to cast.
Fortunately, it's not a ghoul. Because I can't be paralyzed by ghouls.
Yep.
Now, is it petrification or is it poison? Because those are different.
It's a poison that basically locks you up. So you're petrified, but it's a poison that did it.
Because that's the different spells as to what you would use to undo it.
Yep, it is technically a poison. So, like, if you had a spell that removed poison, it would get
I
rid of
do.
it. But you can't cast it because you cannot move or speak. Okay. So that's so next round. Let's have Richard roll for your side.
It's time for a terrible roll. There you go, 2.
Okay, so on a 3, it'll move first, and it kind of just scoops up Galen, and it kind of claws itself up a bookcase again, so it's above where you can see it.
All right, I'm dashing for the sword.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just booking it. Just,
Are you going to pay any attention to what's going on above you, or are you just going to make a mad dash for the sword?
I'm screaming and running, just not even looking.
Okay, fair enough. I'll tell you what. Make me a dex check.
All right.
Is anyone else doing anything casting or missile? By the way, of course, you don't have a vision towards the critter, but if there was something else.
Success.
Okay.
Very low, but
Nothing. Stoltheim, you reach the sword. You grab it, and you turn, and you're about to run back out of the room. It is going to make something of an attack. Give me a second.
if
Like,
it's a
you mean the
missile
gargoyle
attack,
or the sword?
Yeah, you're fine.
oh,
Nice.
Yeah, you dash out of the room. You've got the sword in hand.
Well,
I got the sword.
they all just wander off now.
Well, we can't leave that guy whose name you all remember
You're
in there,
right,
can we?
but I
Is
am
that a thing?
out of spells. Do you have anything, Radnar? Or
You do remember Galen is fine with certain spells you like to cast.
Yes. My hesitation is I don't think I'd be able to cast it, and then we slam the door real quick.
no?
But is the place big enough that you just cast it upwards and just not get the backwash? I don't know.
You would have to clear the door frame at least a little bit to do that, because you've got to see what you're aiming for.
But he doesn't have to aim for the thing.
You just
if
aim
it's an
for,
area
the
effect.
bit of roof. You just aim for the bit of roof on the other side, and things will be big enough to take that part of the room out.
Maybe.
Oh, up to you. Up to you. Up to you.
Well,
I can't do anything for another 7 rounds, so whatever you guys do.
I figure shit. No, because I can't take anyone with me with Dimension Door. And I don't have teleport memorized. Ooh. No.
Well, what Radnar is considering is Scrimbleshanks wanting to do anything?
Yes, I guess so. I mean, it is up or higher than I can reach, so I will move in and try and shoot it again with the short bow.
Okay.
Or the not short bow.
Yeah, you move in to get a target. Make me a dex check, please.
No. What do you think about that, eh? No.
Then you automatically fail and
All right.
move on.
Very, very low success.
Do I think that the ceiling is at least 60 feet high?
You don't know. You haven't gone through the threshold to find out. But Scrimbleshanks darts in very quick, acquires a target. It is high up in the ceilings because the armor
It can't be that high.
Kind of goes up. It's higher than it seems.
Right. No, I mean, the gargoyle
No.
cannot be that high because it just attacked Shuttle Line. So it's got to be within swiping range.
Well, it did a ranged thing.
No. Something else happened there. That wasn't the gargoyle. Yeah.
All right.
So you see it, and it was waiting for someone to come through to throw Galen on, but you see it first, so you can react first. So go ahead. What do you want to do? It's literally holding Galen, waiting for someone to come by to drop him on.
Well, I guess I am just hitting it with the bow as that is what I was prepared to do.
Go for it.
I will not change my action and, stand there and try and catch him. Bing! Does it have a -1?
Yeah, you hit it. 8
for
points damage.
the maximum damage I can do is 6.
Hot.
Please, you get +1 to your damage.
Oh, 7 then.
yeah.
Oh, I hadn't put that in.
And a +1 to your attack roll as well, but with a -1 doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, those are things. Unless I've already...
And what is your armor class?
My armor class is a 5.
Okay, hits AC 4. Yeah, so Galen is unceremoniously dropped on top of you. Okay, so both of you take 2d6 damage. You can roll your own damage.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
You are an impressive weapon, apparently.
All right.
Ah! You
Oh
weapon
no.
so
Crack.
much.
Yeah. Scrimbleshank softened your blow when you fell on him, Galen.
Can't do that.
You're still completely rigid. I mean, you of course have you know what's going on. You can see and hear. You just can't move. But yeah, so that's that. Have you decided what you're going to do, Radnar?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Shit. I'm gonna try magic missile him again. I guess I'm gonna have to go in the room, aren't I?
You can't see him. You have to see it to target it. So
Okay, I'm gonna stick my head in, and I've got my I've got the what is this? I've got the ring of magic missiles. I'm gonna shoot at it.
okay, go for it.
Okay.
Unload.
Do.
Do you have greater invisibility? Is that even a spell on the system?
14. It is, but I don't have it.
Okay.
Okay. Once again, your flaming skulls just hit it with a barrage of magic, which seems to do it some damage, but it still seems to be fairly fit. It just kind of snarls at you. And since you just kind of ducked in, you can step back if you want.
Okay.
Okay. Next round, then. Gian, why don't you roll for your side?
This turn, or?
Did you run in this turn and grab the sword, or was that last turn? That was last turn.
Can I pull them into the room?
What's your make a strength check? Make a strength check.
Okay, it's with bless, so +1 to whatever
No,
this says.
it doesn't help.
No, not for
Oh,
this.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, phooey.
Attack and damage.
1 point off.
Off by 1.
Yeah, somebody's been eating more than they should recently, and you grab a hold of Scrimbleshanks and you start yanking and pulling. But with Galen's weight, his immovable weight on top of Scrimbleshanks, you're just not able to pull them in. Unfortunately, this does mean that you end the round in the room as you had to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Dion, why don't you roll a d6 for your side?
You got it, boss. 6.
You guys go first. So again,
Okay.
Stoltheim, you are trying desperately, and you can make another check if you want.
Can I in any way help this? Because I am part of the pool.
Yeah, actually, you can just squirm yourself out, and he can just be pulling Galen.
I can just also, we can.
Yeah, if you want to take your action just to kind of squirm out beneath Galen and move, then Stoltheim can just pull Galen without a check. Not a problem. Galen is an elf and fairly.
I see. I see what you're hinting. I was the heavy one.
You had third C's today. All right, cool. Yeah, this turn I just want us all to scramble in, and hopefully Radnar slams the door behind us.
Halflings are just very dense creatures, you see.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you want to use your actions for, you guys pull through. And Radnar, do you want to close the door, or what do you want to do?
Yeah. Well, the people are still too close to the door. I was thinking about shooting a fireball up there and then slamming the door, but that wouldn't protect us from the blast. So, and which I would be fine, but these guys wouldn't. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull the door shut and try to, I don't know how the door is constructed. Can I take a dagger and kind of wedge it in there to make it harder to open?
If you've got some spikes, you can just spike the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll
Standard adventuring equipment. Yeah, sure. You spike the door closed. And you have one shiny two-handed sword with gems set in the hilt and pommel, just as Karen described.
We should leave.
Oh, Galen, wake up! Psh. Get up! Psh.
I'm just dragging him
Get
towards the entrance.
Let's see. 5 attacks later, Galen can respond again. He somehow got a bite of something, however, and he's finishing masticating his food before he answers.
Ew.
Right? Okay. Door sealed. I mean, nothing's happening on the other side.
Well, we got the sword.
Did we? Is that it? Does it do anything? Is it magic?
Can
Does
I
it do
focus
things?
on it?
Do you want to take the 10 minutes?
No. I'm impatient. We can wait for another time. I'm kind of scared of this gargoyle, and I'm completely out of spells and absolutely useless in a crisis. And I think we should retreat.
Do you have any damage right now, Dion?
No.
Okay, so remember our house rule is like you can take an hour per spell level if you're not damaged. If you want to hidey hole up somewhere, you don't have to sleep. You just take an hour.
We've got number 6 is that den, which is a nice place, and 7 is the living room, is the dining room.
8 was the kitchen.
Yep.
4 was the storeroom.
8 is a kitchen.
4 was the storeroom.
Yeah.
8 is a kitchen. 7 is a dining room. How long does shield last?
2 turns.
20 minutes. Yep. Although if you're going to
Oh,
take
so
an hour,
10 minutes. Okay, then that case, this is only last an hour.
Yep. But if you're going to take an hour to relearn the spell, it will be gone by then. But it's up to you guys. What do you want to do? You're standing outside room 11. I am going to, because you seem to be indecisive, I'm just going to roll something here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all.
Am I still poisoned? Is the question, or is my system flushed?
It's flushed out of your system. You're fine.
Okay.
You come to just as Scrimbleshank has landed the 5th palm slap on your face.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, good. You're not dead.
Oh, let's see what else awaits us. I'll wander down here.
All right. So
I'm not taking it out. I'm just wandering off there because I'm fine otherwise.
Yep. Well, it ends in.
I'm also aware that we've got rooms over here that we haven't done anything with as well.
So there's
as well as the
door.
whole stairs.
There is a door at the end of the corridor there.
Okay. Do we think it's number 9 or number 10?
9.
What number is painted on the floor in bright white letters? Who knows?
It's a door. I open the door.
It is locked. Remember, you have
go
a
through my bunch of
keychain,
keys until I find it.
which is fine. You eventually locate the correct key, and what you get is it's a series of rooms, actually. They seem to be storerooms.
9 and 10.
There are dried fruit that are sitting in jars, sacks of grain, moldy cheese, rotted meats, bottled fruits, dried and smoked fish, and a supply of kitchen linen and spare dishes.
Is that 9 and 10 together?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just have a quick nosy around and
roll d6.
Do I notice anything? No, I don't.
Yep. Some of the stuff still looks edible, and some of it very much not so.
If I cared enough, I could just purify food and water anyway. If it mattered, I've got plenty of food. But yeah, I can purify food and water. So yeah, that's the thing I can do. Right, okay. Seeing that, sort of nice. Come back and we'll start going down this. If they're not following me, I'll tell them what I found on the way, and we move down here to this corridor and start.
Okay.
Oh, this one on the bottom.
All right. So you want to? So you're heading down that corridor. Do you want to try and open the door to the right? Then this one is also
I'm ignoring
locked.
the stairs for the moment because I want to clear the floor before I go to any up or down.
So this one's also locked. And if you go through all the keys, which is fine, you do find the key for it, but it does make noise as you're trying each key in the lock.
I'm not. What indication have you ever had that I was ever being subtle?
This is a very splendid bath chamber. There's a sunken bath of
Ooh.
marble that dominates the room. The walls are covered with blue and green enameled tiles. There's a quilted bathrobe that hangs on a peg. It's monogrammed with a big scripted K. There are copper urns, a table with various soaps and vials, a pile of fresh towels, and a commode in the southeastern corner of the room.
Let's see who gets this. It looks to be made by B.S. Johnson.
Well, I am going to clean myself off because I was still covered in gargoyle
Gargoyle split.
phlegm. So yeah,
Pushing past Galen as you enter,
this looks just like my kind of room.
something drops from the ceiling.
Well.
Right. So I do need to make a hit roll, so it may still fail.
No, it's a soap golem.
It does. No, actually, it's more kind of mucusy, slimy stuff that just falls from the ceiling, just missing you. Unfortunately, once it hits the ground, though, it seems to have a motive force of its own as it starts to creep towards you.
Huh.
Guess I will try to pin it down. I will take out my.
This is why you scale your bathroom tiles, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, this is technically initiative. So since you triggered it, Richard, go ahead and roll a d6 for your side.
Yeah. You just want us to.
This is what happens when you
fail
clean your
miserably.
bathroom for
See?
years and years and
Ones.
years. All right, so the slime goes first.
Oh no.
There's a sentence you always want to hear.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So then basically, it tries to slosh itself over you, Scrimbleshanks. So what is your AC? Yes, I'm sure. Let me see. It
Yeah,
is-
5. It's my
Oh
AC.
yeah, it's. Oh, actually, maybe not. Monster level 12, huh?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Nope, still misses.
Ooh.
Okay, that's its action. Yeah, so there's this kind of like a green, moldy, jelly-looking stuff that seems to really want to. Maybe it thinks Scrimbleshanks is one of its own and would like to mate with Scrimbleshanks because he is also resembling a goo-encrusted creature that is able to
Aw,
move
true
on its
love.
own.
Love is a battlefield.
Yes.
Shit.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, I tried to. Well, I guess everybody gets to act. So.
Yeah.
I
Right,
panic.
you were talking, so what are you doing?
Yeah, but somebody might want to cast, which technically would have meant they go before me. 'Cause otherwise,
Yep.
I'm just going to try and pin it down to the ground by stabbing my sword into it. And,
Okay. You
through it.
stab. Don't even roll. You stab through it, and it just kind of oozes. Like it definitely goes through it, but it just kind of oozes. It just pulls itself through it. It doesn't seem like it has done anything to it at all.
Ah! Help! Help, help,
well,
help!
Slicing weapon does no good. Let's try a bashing weapon. My mace. Is that any more effective or not?
You bash it with your mace, and it's like bashing a large bowl of Jello. It's like bits of it fly here and there, but it doesn't really seem to affect it much. Anyone else?
I'm going to scream and hide behind Radnar and
It's easy
pull
to do.
his robes around myself to conceal my body as much as possible.
That's possible. You're probably quite small compared to me.
Yes.
Unless
Please do
Ragnar likes to
something.
rock like the skin tight suits that it really shows off.
No guy that weighs as much as Radnar does likes to dress like that.
There we go. All right, so no one else is doing anything then? We got a smash with a mace. We had Scrimbleshank try to stab it. Neither seemed to be very effective. No? Okay. Next round then. Stoltheim, why don't you roll a d6?
What is this thing?
1.
Yeah.
5. Okay. Well, let me just
Who's
randomize
getting
this. So
eaten?
odd is going to be Galen, even is
Oh,
Scrimble
no.
Shanks. Scrimble Shanks, going after
Oh,
you again.
no.
It's going with partner and it's going.
Boom. And that's
That's
gonna,
better.
I think that's still going to miss you. What's your AC again?
5.
Oh, actually, no, it hits you. It hits a 5.
No.
It's a 5. All right, so like there's this burning sensation as the slime touches you. Let's see.
I wonder what this thing would do if I cast Radnor's dyspeptic bowels on it.
It would have to have bowels. You're pretty sure it doesn't.
Yeah.
It is bowels.
That'd be funny though, if it worked.
I wouldn't. Not while I'm in the way.
I'm terrified.
Okay, so it oozes itself between like the chinks in your armor. What are you wearing? Leather?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's definitely
Okay,
nothing
so-
heavier than that.
The leather just dissolves. It's just eaten away as it kind of clings to you and starts going through the leather. It starts to find little cracks and crevices where it's making contact with your flesh, and everywhere that it's touching you, it's just a pure sensation of pain and burning.
Ow.
Roll a
He said,
d4.
understating it. No.
We take 4.
1.
Okay, it is rapidly kind of just oozing itself over every bit of exposed flesh that you have. You're in incredible pain. You feel like you're on fire. No damage, but something's going on.
Well, I try and free myself from
Yeah.
this horrible monstrosity.
It
Get
has
into the-
absolutely burned off all of your leather armor. So all of you are seeing Scrimble Shanks in
We're
his
seeing
small
the Scrimble
clothes.
Shanks, yes.
Yeah.
I am not certain that I am wearing any armor. I must be to have an
assume
armor class
so.
that low, but
Yep.
have I noted that down
It's
anywhere?
either that
No,
or
of
go
course
really
I
good decks.
haven't. Anyway, I'm trying to free myself from this thing somehow.
Get into the bath. We'll wash it off down
you
the
can
sink.
you can step away from the larger body of it, but the stuff that's oozed on you is still on you, and it's still kind of burning
Yeah.
its way into your flesh.
Then yeah, fall into the bath, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
If
saying
it's-
get into the
is it
bath. We'll wash
filled?
it down. We'll wash it down the drain. So I'm turning on the water. We'll
All right.
squirting it with soap. If there's any soap around, to try and just basically. I'm just trying to wash it down the drain.
Right.
Hopefully the soap will help dissolve it.
Let me look at the description real quick. I don't think it's filled, but
I mean, it's magical. Maybe it's
Yeah.
always filled. Or
actually
fills
no.
itself.
Yeah, you tumble
I
into
don't
this very rich looking marble, and there's nothing in it. But as soon as you hit it, it starts filling with very warm water, just on the edge of being too hot, but not quite. Unfortunately, the stuff seems to be really sticking to you. It's not diluting away in the water. What do the rest of you do?
I was focused on getting him into the bath and trying to get the stuff off him.
Yep. So the larger body of the creature is still there. It just seemed to have kind of like some of its goo is just torn off Scrimble Shank's armor. You see it smoking on the ground.
It's time to scrub a halfling. Yeah, I'm going to grab a loofah and try and scrub a halfling. Try and get the goo off him.
So I'm sorry. What do you want to try and do, Galen?
Grab a loofah.
Sponge bath.
Okay.
Sponge bath, yeah.
So you grab it and you try to help get the stuff off Scrimble Shanks, and when the scrub sponge makes contact with the slime that's on them, it starts disintegrating in your hands.
Wow. Yeah, I don't have remove. I don't have just neutralize acid as it. So I can neutralize poison, but not acid.
What do folks want to do? Where's Bill? Is Bill gone away?
He's there.
Okay.
His
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
here. My
fades in and out.
camera does that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I opened the dimension door and pushed Scrimbleshanks through it,
I'm not near you. I'm on the opposite side of the jelly, I guess.
Yeah.
You're inside the room right
okay.
now.
Well, I mean, would that separate him from the thing?
You don't know, honestly. I'm not going to say yes or no, but you just don't know. You
Okay.
have no idea.
I think you
Do
should
we
take
know
care
what
of
works?
the slime. Hit it with a like. Do you have a missile?
I tell you what, if both
You've
of you
seen
are
us
trying,
attack it with weapons and do nothing.
if you're
Yeah.
trying to work out what it is and what might help in this situation, since you're both educated mages, why don't you go ahead and make me an intelligence check? You need a fairly not a low success. I want a high or a moderate success.
Now this I can do.
You say that.
Are you sure?
I got
Yeah,
a high
I'm sure.
success. 14 out of 17.
Yeah, I think they're both good at it.
13
Okay.
out of 18?
Both of you look at each other at the same time, and you both say fire. Yeah, it's likely it's a green slime. The only thing that it really affects it is burning it. Unfortunately, it will cause damage to Scrimbleshanks unless he's got an immunity to fire on him.
Fire.
Yeah, you both look at each other. Fire! When is fire not the answer?
That's a hard question.
So we got a light Scrimbleshanks on fire.
Yeah, no, those are pretty good successes on both of your cases. So green slime, pretty much nothing hurts it because the organism is you really unless you can contain it or burn it, there's not anything that really hurts it. Oh, you also know that if Scrimbleshanks, that stuff remains on him for too long, it will dissolve his flesh, turning him into a slime as well. Yeah, that's just an aside. It was a footnote. It was a footnote.
Does that count as a disease or a curse or something?
Mm-hmm.
Or
No.
poison? What the hell is it then? Just acid.
It's just a creature ability. It's neither. Yeah.
What is that then?
So what are you guys gonna do?
We gotta light them both on fire. It's the only way.
I mean, a fireball would be perfect, but you know.
Well, Scrimbleshanks is encased in water at the moment. He is in the bath. It's in water. So, and I'm there. So.
Yeah, the slime has to be lit on fire to burn it off them.
Okay,
The first thing I think you want to get rid of is the slime itself, rather than worrying
Yeah.
about the slime on Scrimbleshanks.
So I turn to Stoltheim and say, okay, I'll put the oil on it and you light it. Because I've got oil.
With what? I don't. Do I have a? Oh, I do have a tinderbox and a torch. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. So if you're doing that, let's go ahead find out. And the next round, you can go first. So James, why don't you roll a d6? I'm going to say that round, you guys kind of just collaborated with each other to figure out what it was and what you can do.
Richard?
One's for everyone.
One's for everyone, including the slime. So it's all good. Scrimbleshanks is out of its reach now, and it's already kind of infected Scrimbleshanks. The next closest person is Galen, so it's going to try and swamp Galen. That's what it's going to do. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to try to toss a fucking
Ooh.
thing with oil on him.
Okay, so while it's being distracted by dissolving Galen, you dump oil all over its body. That's what Radnar's doing.
I light a torch and poke it with it.
Yep.
If
Galen,
we know
what-
this is coming, is there a thing that we can also do as well to mitigate this?
Close your eyes.
You tell me how you want
No.
to mitigate it.
All
but
right.
let me
Okay.
ask.
Well,
Go ahead.
the bath in the room. Can I just overturn that so that we are inside it?
No, because
It's
it's
recessed
actually
in the floor.
inset in the floor. It's just a big marble
Okay.
sink. Yeah.
Well, then I guess being in the bath is as best as we can do then. If there's
And
nothing else there.
and from what if they're shouting out, then you know you need fire on you as well. You have to get burned.
Nah, I'm not worried about that right now. I can burn it off afterwards.
Okay, so yeah, so it's been doused in oil. It's attacking. So what does Galen wear for armor, and is it magical?
Chainmail, yes.
Chainmail. Okay, so one, it doesn't dissolve metal right away. It takes several rounds to do it. It's magical. So depending on how long this stuff is on you, I might have your armor make a save. All right, so like you do see it kind of sizzling. It's burning off any impurities off your armor. So like any mud or muck that you have on it is just being dissolved. And since it's chain, it is getting into your skin as well. So you're also feeling this burning sensation as it's mingling with your skin. It starts burning off any cloth or leather that you have on you as well. Stoltheim, what are you doing?
I'm lighting a torch and poking him with it. The slime because
The slime. Okay, so since it's coated in oil, yeah, it goes up and it burns. At first it's just a little burn as it starts to burn off the oil, but then it makes contact with the actual creature itself, and then it's just a huge conflagration. You see the thing kind of shake and wiggle around like a bowl of jelly. And it just starts getting smaller and smaller as its form seems to be evaporating into like a kind of a greenish mist around it. So that seems to be very effective. Hold on just 1 second, folks. I think my wife has a question.
Why are you targeting Scribbleshanks? He's the best member of the party. That's what she's asking.
Could be.
Never mind.
I can't deny that, you know.
Okay, so you've pretty much neutralized the main thing. The problem is the two of your friends now. It's on them. It's coating them.
It was attacking me, and it was on fire. So wouldn't have I got put on fire?
No, like it splashes you, and then and then backs off. So like what you got on you is like what it kind of just splurged you with. You got spuge all over you.
I mean, it's not going to be fun, but they can just burn us now.
Yeah, well, they can burn me, and I've got the ring. And if Rednall gives his ring to you,
Yeah.
I have a ring as well.
Okay.
Is it a ring of fire protection?
Oh no. Okay, I was
yeah.
thinking the ring of. I was thinking the ring of regeneration. So
Yeah.
If you apply torch to Galen, knowing that he is fine with fire, it burns. It just burns right off of you. Unfortunately, again, anything that you have that's made of cloth, leather, or natural fiber it's demolished, unless it was magical, in which case we can make a save. But like if you had a cloak or anything like that, it ate through it.
I had magical cloak and stuff. What I wouldn't have had magical is a magical backpack.
Yeah, it all falls on the ground. So do you going to do the same thing for Scrimbleshanks? Somebody hand in the ring and just burn him?
He has, yeah. I mean, if Rednor wants to give him a ring, I don't have one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you can just burn me anyway. I mean, it will do damage, and then I will heal it off with a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of difference, to be honest.
I don't know. It will be
if you
painful.
have a fireball, it might matter, but we're not fireball.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Ow. Like this.
Yeah. And remember, the rings of regeneration only regenerate you if you're alive. If something burns you to negative, it does not bring you back.
Yep.
If they have to burn me to negative hit points, then this
Given we've seen storage and stuff, can I get another backpack?
Well, looking around, you can improvise a backpack. They've got some really nice towels in here. Really nice fluffy towels.
And room 9 and 10 and stuff. There's nothing there I can use as a backpack.
In the storage room, most of the stuff there that's naturally fibered is moldy. For some reason, the stuff in the bathroom, though, looks very fresh.
Okay.
I wonder what was eating the mold. Okay, so if everything in my backpack smashes on the ground, is that I have 2 globes of hold person? Does that mean they both smash? And
they're magical items. No.
All right.
I mean, if I was going to be really mean, I'd have them do a magical item save, but I don't want to look that up right now. So no, they're fine.
Small
Yeah,
wooden
I
floats.
improvised a backpack then, just
Yeah.
so the whole carry on until I can get out and get a
It's the fluffiest, softest backpack you've ever strapped to your shoulder.
We haven't found a bedroom yet, have we?
No,
No.
you have
Well,
not.
let's see what's over here in this room then. Well, do you want to have a
Let's
look
see.
around this room to see if there's anything interesting?
I
Yeah, there are a lot
mean,
of interesting things in here. I mean, there's all kinds of vials and stuff, but I mean, you might think that this is all just for cleanliness purposes, but I mean, just looking around Stoltheim,
Yes.
I mean, just
Yes.
the variety of soaps and scents and everything you see. I mean, this is worth quite a bit. Having to fund your own lifestyle,
This is
back
worth
in
a lot of
Averone.
money.
so I have no clothes at all right now.
Right, you do not.
So I find the bathrobe. Now I am clad in a bathrobe and ready for adventuring.
With
That's
a
big
couple
for
of
you.
feet of robe that's kind of dragging on the floor.
You can cut that off.
All right.
It's the fluffiest, warmest bathrobe.
The
you've
opposite
ever had.
room.
It's got a big K monogrammed on it, though. Anybody eluding stuff that's in here, or are you just passing it by?
Leave it
I'll-
till we've finished looking, is my opinion.
Fair
I'll
enough.
loot stuff if I find.
Yeah,
anything
you can
that
just
looks
start shoving
particularly
stuff in.
valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not leaving right this minute, so that's sort of thing you can grab on the way back out. So,
All right.
Hey, we
This
found room
door,
5. Woo!
this door is not locked. It opens quite freely. And if the GM can get to the right page, this is in fact a bedroom. Although by the anemic-looking bed and the fact that it's not very well appointed, it's probably a guest room. It's comfortable. It's got fair carpets and furnishings. There's actually a pair of beds in here. A small table with oil lamp near each one, and a goblet for water to basically clean your hands and face. There's a nice tapestry on the west wall of frolicking elves in a woodland scene. There's also,
racist.
oddly, a brass gong standing by one of the beds.
I'm
Want
gonna
to
look
try
behind
summoning the
tapestry.
servants?
Oh my god, dude! I'm having a hard time with this. I need to bang the gong.
Go ahead. I'm going to look behind the tapestry because of Woody's.
Is there like a striker near it or something?
Yes, there's a big padded
ahead.
striker.
Go ahead. One of us is going to. You may as well.
I apologize in advance, and I bang the gong.
Got to do it. Yeah, bang a gong. It's got a very resonant, bassy sound to it. Nothing immediately happens.
I look behind the tapestry.
There's a nice, clean wall behind the tapestry. You also notice that the tapestry is very silky, very fine. Needing a good cleaning, but it's probably very valuable.
I mean, get good looting out of this place.
I mean, no. If the person upstairs is in fact the legal heir of the whatever the person's name is, we're not going to be just taking it all.
Well, he told you could take anything you find. He
Yeah.
just wants the circlet and the sword.
Yeah, he just wants that. The rest of it's ours.
I
if we want
mean,
it.
still don't believe he's the heir.
Yeah, I'm a bit suspicious of that. I agree. While we wait for the servants who would have come from the kitchen that are now all disintegrated.
Yeah, so you wait a few beats, nothing happens. Do you keep banging it, Radnar, or just the one?
No, I'll bang it again if nothing happens.
Yeah, those are the ones we disintegrated that were in the kitchen. This
Okay,
room over
you
here.
bang it a second time, and a hand reaches out from underneath one of the beds. It just grabs the gong, and then underneath the other bed, there's a face of a youngish girl sticks out and says, "Shh! What are you doing?"
Well, there's a gong there. You're supposed to bang it, right?
Are you crazy?
That's debatable, yeah.
Little one, what are you doing here?
So they both roll out from the either side of the bed. They're two youngish women, certainly out of their teens. One is shorter than the other. The shorter one has kind of like strawberry blondish hair, very blue eyes, dark skin. The other one is kind of more huskily built, very strong arms and shoulders, a little bit taller, but still, maybe 5'5" or so. They both look very young, but they're all kitted out like, well, we'll call it adventurer's garb.
Oh, my apologies. I thought you were a child.
Just kind of snorts at you. Look, I'm Aaron. This is my companion, Sarah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What are you doing in the
best
basement?
not to make more noise than you need to. There's still a lot of guardians down here. They're kind of attracted by like lots of noise.
What are you
think
doing
we-
in the basement?
Looting, like you, right? I mean,
Okay.
right?
Yes and no. We have been sent on a quest down here by somebody who pretends to be the legal heir, and might be for all we know. But was there anybody upstairs when you came down?
We didn't come from upstairs. I mean, there were people up there. We there was like, in the foundation, we found like a little hidden thing, and we came down here, closed behind us. We couldn't get back out. Hey, look, I mean, there's great stuff still around. I mean, we don't got the best of the stuff.
Do you have a circlet?
A what?
A circlet? Circlet?
I think he means like a crown or like a tier. Oh, no. Mostly like they pull out their backpacks. It's like, oh, we got some silver goblets, we got some golden
me too.
rings,
Yeah.
we got some little vials of some kind of ink.
See a room with spare backpacks, did you? Say as I'm like carrying things in my
No.
arms.
Oh, I see you found the bathroom. As they look at your robe,
Yep,
nasty little surprise in there.
not anymore.
Oh,
Thanks to us, I say, posing heroically.
so
Where's my robe?
you're like what? You're like legal looters or something?
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is ours.
I was gonna say, tell you what, you can just come out with us when we leave, and you can keep whatever you get.
That's kind of the plan.
Yeah. But safety in numbers,
Unless like you're morons and you ring gongs that just attract everything around you.
Look, it's not my fault there was a gong here. Okay.
Do you two want steady work and a place to stay?
We're not kind of the clock punching kind of folks.
Well, I mean,
you
it's
know, we kind of make our
adventure.
own way, and like the larger of the two just kind of nods along.
It's like
We're just handing
adventuring.
a pamphlet for the Green Company.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going on the Green Company. This is Rednor, the Green Company. This is Stottleheim, the Entitled of the Green Company. And this is
Yep.
Scrimbleshanks.
Look, we can talk about that once we figure out a way out of here. All we know is that the place that we came in is now a solid wall, and the only other exit we saw is also now a solid wall. And we haven't found another place out yet. And there are a lot of
We found-
things wandering around down here.
Are there? I mean, there's only
There
like
were,
one room we haven't explored. Oh, I suppose there are stairs as well. All right.
well, there were the zombies, which done nothing more. There's the gargoyle, which we locked.
Oh,
in.
we're
There was
talking,
the-
downstairs. We just came up this level.
We haven't been downstairs yet, no.
Yeah.
Well, we cleared this floor basically.
No, I've got one door left.
Yeah.
Well, if you want
So,
to stay here and go look around.
We're good then. We'll split the loot. What we have is ours, and what you find is yours. Is that fair?
I mean,
don't
if you haven't got circlet,
Well, this is what we got. I mean, like they show you what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like they've got complete tat. I don't care about the complete tat.
Yeah.
Didn't-
So, how much of the bottom floor did you guys see?
Few rooms. There's like a lot of secret passages down there, like hidden walls and such. I like if you want to go out that way. I mean, did you find a way out up here? Because that's what we really want. We just want to leave. And that door, they point at the door that you haven't opened yet. There's some strange stuff going on there. I don't know that you want to open it.
Yeah, we do.
What
We
kind of
point to
strange
the
stuff?
room that we came from, which is just over there. That was the way we came in, which was a moving wall situation.
Yeah, it's just a wall now, right? Yeah, that's what happened to
Uh.
us. Yeah.
Well, we're looking around. Well, we can continue looking around if we find something to come here. If you're hungry, there's food over in room 7.
Oh, we have plenty of food.
Okay.
Assuming we can get out in the next few days. It's not going to take that long, hopefully. No, some weird stuff in that room. There's some like insect things that they can pass through walls, or kind of not completely solid. We were gonna
Look at the magic
pick
users.
the lock, and something just kind of stuck its head out, and we ran in here.
Wait, are you saying that the other door is locked?
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to
Okay.
pick it.
Yeah. Rednall, if I open the door, do you want to throw a fireball in there and then I can shut the door?
Would we have time to shut the door?
Oh, if we stand in the way, it'll probably be fine for the most part anyway.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
I can do
All
that.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
we're
Not
gonna-
the
we're
kind
gonna-
that take warnings, I see. Okay. Well, we will help
Yes.
as we can.
Stay back.
Okay.
That's all it says. Right. I'll go for the door. Rednall, you go with the fireball ready to.
All right.
Do we
As
need
you
to
approach
do
the
it?
door, something passes through the wall and kind of enters the hallway with you. It looks like a very large insect. It's about the length of your forearm. It's got like this huge proboscis on it, kind of flittery wings. It literally just passed through the stone wall. Go ahead and roll initiative there, Jameis.
We'll find out in a minute. Yeah, I don't know why we're bothering.
All right. Okay, so it
We just don't know
and
what we're
3
bothering.
more of its buddies kind of phase through the wall. Who would normally be standing around Galen?
Well, those two who are fire resistant are the only two who are in the corridor.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, in which case, the critters are all going to try and sting both Galen and Radnar. Again, they're not completely physical. So, like, it's not so much they're attacking you; it's kind of passing through your bodies. But of course,
Okay.
you're kind of maneuvering around to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm going to have 2 on Galen. Let's see. That's going to miss, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
That one might. What's its monster level?
At least it's
Monster
really
level is 7th level, 47. Nah, that only hits a 3.
No.
Okay, and 2. This
Radnar,
is Radnar.
That hits.
Oh.
Probably.
What's your AC?
5.
Yep, hits. As that one does not. Just take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Again, it kind of passes through you. And make me a saving throw versus poison.
All right. Where's the thing? Okay, poison.
Okay, roll me a d4. Three. Okay. So mechanically, what's happening here is you're paralyzed for the next 3 hours. But what you guys see is the insect kind of passes into Radnar, and you see it starting to lay eggs inside of Radnar's body as it passes out the other side of Radnar.
Oh my god.
And then
I mean,
Radnar,
how do we
you're
see
you're
that?
frozen.
Does Radnar become partially visible as well?
Well, when it interacted with Radnar, like kind of like a halo effect around the thing,
Right.
you can kind of see Radnar's internal organs for a moment there, and you see the thing kind of just shooting a mass of eggs into his colon.
Can I tell that it's poison?
Well, the effect that you see is that Radnar seems to be paralyzed and is kind of drooling at the mouth and unable to move his muscles. He's just kind of seized up as the thing passes through him.
Yeah, but that's paralysis, which is a different thing.
Nope. It's a poison that causes paralysis.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying if I see paralysis, that's a different thing I do
Yes,
to fix it
yeah.
than if I see poison. So that's really annoying.
You had to fail that saving throw either way.
It's not so much that, it's just that what I do depends on me knowing what it is. And if
Right.
I'm
Right.
always seeing as a freaking
Yeah, and
paralysis,
honestly, your character wouldn't know. I mean, all you see is that the thing passes through him, and now suddenly he can't move. I mean, you don't know. This is
casting.
pretty typical for early D&D stuff. So, like the actual line says, make a saving throw versus poison or be paralyzed for 1d4 hours. So you've got poisons that can cause paralyzation effects, but that is not a paralyzation save. That is a different thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
What are you
And
doing,
so
Daniel?
after they float by you, by the way, they just kind of continue on through the walls. So they don't really turn to attack anyone else. So go ahead. What do you want to do, Galen?
Don't know if Randall's doing something. I am casting Cure Light Wounds in the second mode of curing the subject of paralysis.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it works. Radnar, you feel a little funny? Like you got a big old load that you got to drop a deuce on, and you feel a little backed up.
If only he had prepared Radnor's dyspeptic bowels today.
I guess I could cast it on myself, huh? Do I think that would work?
I'm gonna say you saw what happened, like you were looking as the thing kind of passed through you, so you kind of saw what it did.
I'm gonna sort of like, I need to go somewhere because I'm not guessing everybody wants me to do this right.
The bathroom's
in front of everyone.
right there.
Bathroom's right there.
Did we see a toilet? We saw a
Yeah.
bar.
Yes, there was a
there was a
toilet.
toilet.
Okay, well I know what I'm
Okay.
doing then.
He's gonna make his own corrosive slime.
I'm gonna sort of remove enough that I'm not gonna get it all nasty, and I'm casting Radnor's dyspeptic bowels on myself.
So you grab a bucket because I believe it comes out of both ends. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say that cures you. It absolutely cures you as you void everything.
Yep. I could have cast Cure
Does
Poison.
that get rid of it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say if you're gonna do that to yourself, it gets rid of it.
I feel like it's that scene from Bridesmaids where Melissa McCarthy's sitting on the sink screaming, "Don't look at me!"
You fill the toilet to capacity. It overflows. You do find a very interesting thing about the room, though. Despite the mess that you've made after you put the bucket down, everything you spewed out after a moment is gone. The toilet's clean, and the room smells pine solly fresh.
We should see if we can take this thing back to our headquarters.
We should just turn this into our headquarters after we clear it out.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
there's those things in there. I mean,
Yeah, I'm still going to go try and go through the door there because
Okay.
of. But first, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil on myself.
Okay,
I can't do it on myself, but yeah, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and then try and go through the damn door.
sure. It's locked. Do you want to use one of your keys? Yep. So you
Yep.
open it up.
I'm not a thief.
It's probably good that you didn't just open the door and cast Fireball, because this is a study filled with books and all kinds of scholarly types of material.
I don't care. I'm not a thinking person.
Oh.
At least, I mean, like, there's a lot of books in here. Maybe, even as much as 100 books on various topics. There's a desk. She's a vellum and ink.
Feel free to reveal it on the map, by the way.
Oh yeah, let me give you your room.
Anything?
Somebody paid quite a bit for this room, so here you go, Radnar. Here's your room.
14. Where's 1 and 2?
So
Two.
I mean,
It's 3.
all the books and stuff. Is there anything? I'm obviously going to be looking for magical stuff.
Yeah, there are several books and scrolls on magical topics, but they don't seem to be magical in themselves. Although the topics covered are worth quite a bit. If you could get this back to the magical college, they would be invaluable. There are 2 or 3 really rather heavy volumes and tomes as well. There's 2 drawers in the desk. I assume you're going to loot the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
help
The drawers are locked, but if you mess around with the keys on the keychain, you do find keys that will open it. There are 2 vials. There's a pouch that has 3 red-orange gems in it.
Is there anything immediately open that says, "Hey, here's what happens if you have come across spectral insects"?
Well, if you want to take the
that-
time, there's an awful
I'm
lot of
just
volumes
having
in
a
here.
quick look to see if
But
there's something there.
You pop the top drawer with the key, and you
Mm.
notice that this drawer was trapped. If you had tried to force the lock, it looks like there's like a vial that has some kind of gas in it. It's kind of like a pale yellow gas, and like a little hammer that would have smashed that glass if this drawer was forced.
That's not good.
And there is a bag of money in here because that's what you hide in a trap drawer. It's a bag of money. Mostly platinum and some gold.
Ooh.
Platinum, though. Nice. Need that XP.
Hmm. Yeah, I do.
I need. Right. Yeah. All right, but those insect creatures just wandered off somewhere. We have no idea where they are.
Can we take that gaseous vial?
I would like Scrimbleshanks to make me a roll to disarm the trap, and you can
I'm not a
successfully.
thief. I'm not a thief. I'm a halfling.
That's right. That's right. I keep
I
forgetting.
don't have any
Still
thief-like
not a thief.
ability. I
Then
can't do
someone
anything.
who would like to make a dexterity check against it to be
I mean, that's
careful.
probably
Like the
still
glass
me.
looks like it's very thin. Like it wouldn't take
Well,
much for
hey.
that glass to break.
I don't want to risk it. No.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can easily
take a
remove the
look at
hammer
it.
part of it easy enough so it won't break just from opening it.
Bill, it looks like you've got a creature coming out of the wall behind you.
I do. I have an assistant today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not here.
All right.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
try and disarm it, I guess.
No.
Well, we take the money first before.
Everybody evacuates the immediate area, so that if anything
Yeah.
happens, it's just Scrimbleshanks who takes them.
So the tomes, the volumes, the scrolls are all worth a fair amount of gold, but they're going to be difficult to transport.
We worry
The
about
bag
that.
of money, easily enough to take, but there were also two vials that have.
Something.
Something
Yeah.
in them.
So yeah, make me a dex check. Just succeed. Even a simple success is enough to disarm it, and you can take the vial.
Well,
Just succeed.
congratulations. I have
Oh
failed.
no!
Oh my god.
And no bits
Wait.
left.
No.
Doesn't matter.
No,
wouldn't have
we
rerolled
didn't
that.
have any bits in the first place.
You have the ring of fire protection on still, though.
No.
No,
No,
I haven't.
actually,
I've given that back.
actually, it doesn't matter. So what happens is that Scrimbleshanks becomes paralyzed again. So what's going on is he harvested these phasing bugs. He harvested their venom, their poison, and that's what was in the thing. So basically, yeah, Scrimbleshank, the vial breaks, puff of this kind of yellowish smoke comes out. It gets into your skin goes tingly, and then you're just kind of paralyzed.
I mean, I've got 2 fire globes of hold person already, so I mean, it's pretty much the same thing that we already.
Yeah.
This whole adventure has been. You're going to be paralyzed.
Yeah. If it doesn't
Fire
look like it's
poison.
going to be, if it's going to wear off immediately, I'll do my other bloody cure light to unparalyze them.
Well, the poison actually is in hours. It's a D4 hours. So yeah,
but I don't
Scrimbleshanks
know
doesn't
that, so it's
immediately
like,
come out
okay,
of
it doesn't seem to be immediately after
Yeah.
a few
I'm going to roll a
seconds,
D4 all the same. There we go. 2 hours.
it.
I'm not waiting 2 hours.
Yeah.
No patience.
Yeah, so
I use
cast,
another level 1 spell.
so potions and BX, you can tell what they are just by taking a small sip of
The
it.
nip.
Yeah. But there's also, you run the chance of, if it's a poison, then you're poisoned. Does anybody want to just see what they are, or do you want to just cache them until later?
I'm just wondering if you don't unparalyze me and just tip little bits
Yeah.
into my mouth.
Huh?
You paralyzed
Yeah,
now?
well, he hasn't
You
fallen over
oh,
and died, so it must be good.
I think I'm gonna wait. We'll check it out
Right.
later.
Yep. You just cache them. So the bag that has the 3 red orange gems, if you take them now, just write down that they're worth 50 gold pieces each. This is just for bookkeeping. You'll have to go and sell them later. The contents of the bag were 60 platinum pieces and 50 gold pieces.
Not bad.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Platinum is
I
like,
read a thing somewhere where basically the coin weights are like 1/10 of an ounce, and that's why you can have like large, huge amounts of gold, and it's not that heavy.
is
Am I-
platinum like 100 gold or 10 gold?
10.
10.
Okay.
I think it's 10. Yeah.
Would I be? I mean, these books that I have, I know that like, are any of them going to fit in my bag?
You can just grab a few of them if you want.
Okay.
I help.
Okay,
We
so
can come back
again,
later
there are
and do-
scrolls and there are heavy tomes. I'm gonna say that you can only really carry like 2 or 3 of the books each, but you can carry more of the scrolls.
Okay.
How far does Dimension Door reach?
I can go to anywhere that I'm familiar with
But
within
isn't it
360 feet.
50
Yeah,
feet?
it's
I
feet.
understand.
It's not like
Yeah.
miles or anything.
Yeah, no, I was hoping to get it above the ground, but no.
Mm,
Well, there's no sign of a circlet here.
we'll
Yeah,
have to
there
go
is
to the
not.
second floor.
Have to go down the stairs then.
Well, I mean, let's talk to the people again and say, hey, can you tell us more about what you found down there? You were saying guardians? Guardians like what?
Well, I mean, things. There's lots of rats, like really big rats. They didn't look so good. I'm pretty sure they're diseased. There's some like zombie-looking critters around. Like they're just kind of wandering down there. Yeah, I mean, basically, we found a few secret passages, and that's how we've been moving around. We didn't get a chance to check more than a room or two. That's where we found all this stuff.
I mean, if you know where the secret passages are,
Yeah, absolutely.
I would
Can you
say
draw
mark
some
them
map
on
or
this
something?
map, but we don't really have a map, so
Mm,
draw them on something so we know how to do it.
Draw them on this linen cloth we got off the table.
All right. So if
I
you
mean,
go
there's
down the
paper.
stairs,
That's not-
I'm going to have my holy symbol ready because if there's zombies around, I'm going to blast them.
okay.
Are we going to go down there immediately, or I suppose
I am.
we don't have time for it? Maybe we do have time for a long rest. I don't know.
Yeah.
8 hours.
So they tell you,
Yeah.
like, all right, so it's like the first room down the stairs is basically just a room for coal, like for heating and stuff. But it doesn't look like there's any other passages, but there's like a secret passage there. But there's a lot of rats that were coming and going. I got bit and my arm swelled up real big. We just happened to have some things that would help. But just so you know, really big rats.
All right about rats. All right about it.
So that's a coal room.
And they're really, really hungry. They don't look too healthy. I mean, we threw some of our rations behind us, and it kind of, it kind of kept them from following us. They started fighting over the food, so it must not be, great places for them to eat, I guess.
I had a lump of coal
Oh, in
each.
that case, we've got that moldy food in the other storehouse. We can just throw that down and just use that to bait out the rats.
Oh yeah.
And anything else around
Here,
that we can do.
have
deal
the
with.
plate, and I'll just throw everything in the serving tray real quick.
They tell you where the secret passage is. That
Yeah, we'd never find them otherwise.
Oh wait, it wouldn't be fun. It's only short distance for the tray, isn't it? Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, we can throw the tray in there, and then you can just like put them on top of the other tray, the other end,
Yeah.
with the door shut, and it will teleport it in there, and then they'll all be in one area.
Oh yeah, we can
And
like
then
throw
we
the plate
fireball.
in there and then
No,
feed the moldy
no.
food.
Let's not fireball the area with coal in there, yeah? Let's not start a raging inferno that we can't stop.
Anyway, they should
mean,
be distracted
something
by the food enough that they probably won't come for us because we're big, huge, bulking creatures that move around. It'll just be easy to go for the food that's there. Is the thought that we're having, because I'm the nature type. I should know that.
All right, I'm gonna reveal a few more things here as they describe what they found.
Oh, lots of secret passages in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, if it's the only way to get around down there, is it really a secret passage?
Yes.
So much time you've got.
So
down
you
there.
gotta
Find it.
discover it.
Yeah.
But then it's just a passage.
Does the stairs go straight to room 15, or is there something between the?
It goes to a door that blocks off 15.
Right.
But yeah. All right. So this is what they described to you.
Okay.
And they came in.
1, 2, 3, 4,
They
5.
came in from the outside. That there was a door there, but now it's just a solid wall. They couldn't go back the way they came.
12 is missing.
Most all the loot that they got was from that first room, that number 17.
Yeah. What sort of room is 17? What sort of room is 16?
Well, 17 is some kind of it's blue, like it's got really brilliant blue, like sky blue painting. It's got a lot of chairs and footstools, and there's large like brass bowls on the walls. There's carpeting. It's really thick. I mean, it's just a nice place to hang out, I guess. Maybe like a meditation chamber. But yeah, it's where we got all these silver bowls and where we got a few of these rings that were there. They tell you that here. Let me move the map a little. There we go. 16 though is a problematic room. That's where they found the undead. They were able to basically just run by them, but they seem to wander the hallways between 16 and 17.
Don't worry. Those I'm going to go take care of myself.
Yep.
I was going to say, if only we had a cleric.
Who's really annoyed by the presence of undead creatures.
The two places here where the secret doors, what these are, they look like they're dressing chambers. That's where they actually found some of the rings. Like there were robes and rings and tunics and pants and stuff. So like these are like dressing rooms, and then there were secret doors behind each one.
That's not creepy in the slightest.
Little hole to be.
Oh, let's go deal with that.
Well, we've got to deal with the rats first of all, but yeah.
Yep. So we do the plate trick to give them some food to deal with the rats to distract them, Bert.
Okay. Well, the door is locked. You find actually no, it's not. They picked the lock. Yeah, so it is a coal chamber. There are piles of coals. You see a few shovels sticking out here and there, and right away you hear the skittering of well, likely rats in between the coal. You see glowing eyes coming out beneath some of the piles of coal.
Right. We throw in the plate.
Yeah. So how much food are you throwing up on there? Quite a bit. You just loading up too large.
Yeah, I mean, also we got that moldy meat and stuff, so it's not like we've got to run out of food anytime soon.
Yeah, so they actually did plan for this a little bit. So if you distract them by food, it distracts them for 2 rounds per set of rations. So if you're throwing a whole bunch, I'll give you like 10 rounds. So there's a feeding frenzy as the rats come out, and you can see like they're unusually large, but they're not gigantic. But they all do look like they're scabby. They're thin. They do
they keep coming?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Does there seem to be an infinite amount?
No, not at all. There's about a dozen.
Do we want to kill them?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, would it be putting them out of their misery if we did?
Yes.
Right.
Well, I think so. If we start killing them, then they're going to start fighting us because they're not
right.
Just
so while they are all over in the same area eating the food, etc., I throw out one of the globes of captive audience that have a hold person, which will get the area, and then we can just go over there and stab them.
Person won't work against animals.
Against monster,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, right now they are perfectly distracted by the food and battling
Yeah.
each other to get to the food.
All right. Well,
Yep.
then I guess we just walk past them.
Coming out's going to be the coming out's problem.
I take the
Find some more
serving
food.
tray and I take it with us so that I can put it on the other side of the door,
Okay.
like on our way out, so we
So
can
we can
do
put more
this
food
again
on the
if
way
we
out.
need
to
to.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Yep.
Yep. All right. Go to room 16. I have protection from evil on. I've got my crucifix up. I've got my holy symbol up, ready to blast some zombies. I don't know how much.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to say
I'm going to say you're prepared for it, so I'll give you
Yeah.
I'll give you a round as you guys open up. It doesn't really matter which of those secret doors that you go through, and you kind of go through the wardrobes or the dressing rooms. And again, there are, if you want to change Scrimbleshanks, there are very richly appointed robes, belts, shoes. There's all in different sizes. You can find something to fit yourself. No backpacks, but there are like belt pouches, so you can clothe
Some
yourself.
Stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The girls though have pretty much looted all the valuable stuff, but they left all of the clothing behind.
Don't worry, a fireball will take care of the clothing.
Okay, so pushing past, they're not so much doors as curtains. So there are several zombies just kind of milling about the room. I will give you a surprise round to do something before they notice you, since you're prepared. There are 4 in the room.
I cast undead.
Okay.
Turn undead.
They are 2 hit die creatures. There are 4 of them.
Okay, so I just go straight to. I do 9 points of damage. Boom.
That's 9. That's 9 hit dice worth of damage, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 2, 4. Yeah,
2
so that
hit
kills
point
them all.
creatures,
Yeah.
4
Kills
them
Nice. Hey,
Yeah, so yeah, they just explode in bits of very fetid carcass, bone, viscera. Just
guys, you know what we could do? We could like smear all this shit all over us, and when we walk through the rooms with more zombies, let's just,
No.
You do that red door, and we'll see how it goes.
All right.
No.
I mean, if nothing else, this is more food to put on the plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
so.
Okay. Just taking you.
You guys can kind of see the doors there. Those are the doors that they didn't open. So
Right.
there are some places they didn't explore. The zombies pretty much chased them upstairs to where you guys were.
Yeah. Oh,
and they do tell you that they haven't run across anything looking like a circlet or tiara or a helm of any kind.
North or south? North or south? Take it back. North or
Or we could go into 17 and see the door that leads off of that,
It could do.
which I
Might
guess is
reset
north
itself.
as well, technically.
Yeah, it may have reset. So you can see if the wall is still there. The wall.
I mean, yeah. And see if there are any more undead in there, just so that you
Alright.
get to
Okay,
show
go
off
have a
with
look
your
at
exciting
17
new
quickly.
powers again.
Hey, my lady does not tolerate undead.
So if you go into 17 again, it's as they described. It's a beautiful blue, kind of sky blue painted room with very comfortable chairs. Strong sense of incense still kind of hangs, although nothing's been burned in some time.
Probably a meditation room.
And yes, you do see the door there off to the side.
And the door is a wall.
Nope. It's like a connecting chamber. There is places here where you see just gray robes on pegs, tattered pair of old slippers on the floor.
No.
Let me have all of you guys roll me a d6.
Uh-oh.
That's all.
1!
18. Leon finds
Yay!
it. Stuttelheim sees it.
Stoltheim. So yeah, you notice as you're critiquing the old slippers that are laying on the floor, there seems to be something dried, liquidy, like something splashed on the floor here, kind of like at the edge of the opposite door.
What's this?
It's old. It's old. It just kind of dried into the floor, but something that stained the floor.
Can I try and discern what it might be?
How do you want to do that?
I want to. I don't know. I want to what color is it?
It's kind of a rusty brown, but not like blood, not like dried blood.
Not like blood. Can I like flake it off?
You can, yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
You get a little sample, but short of having a forensics kit and a mass spectrometer, you have no idea what it is.
I left mine in my other robes.
I look up. Is it like something that dripped from the ceiling?
No, it's definitely something that splashed from beneath the door that's on the other side of this small room.
Beneath the door. Like, guys, there's like a splash of some sort of liquid that came from the other room.
Well, let's take a look then.
Alright, just be careful.
So it's locked again. So Galen, are you going to go in with the key?
Yeah. Rattle,
All right.
rattle, rattle, rattle. We're here.
So-
rattle, 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 rattle.
It looks like you guys have seen laboratories often enough in this game.
Several.
So like there's retorts, there's burners, glassware, brass and bronze vessels just cluttering the room. There are flickering flames
Okay.
from several iron burners that are still lit. It's very warm in here, very stifling. Tables, cupboards, glint of strange and rare substances. You smell sulfur. There are crystals like ground up and put in bottles. And there's also a guardian in this room in the form of a large living crystal statue that kind of rushes at you as you open the door, Galen.
Hi. Hi, how you doing?
I
Creature in
panic.
the name of Kodelheim. What was his name? Kevorkian. Creature in the
Right.
name of
So you triggered it again. So why don't you roll a d6?
I'm the closest we got to a tank. Okay, so I have one.
Oh, that's a nice roll, though. So you can react first. It charges at you. It doesn't look like just staying behind the door is going to make a difference. It's coming at you.
Okay. Well, fine. I'm going to charge at it then.
Okay. So let's say you meet it somewhere in the larger room so that you're not all
Yeah.
backed up into the small kind of connecting
Yep.
closet area. Go ahead. Make your attack.
Well, would it be a bull rush strength attack or? I'm just charging it to him. He's charging it to me.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
charging to
know
him.
the charging. Let me see.
I mean, I can
I
roll
think-
a d20, but
I think
just don't know if
charging
that's-
gives you a bonus to hit, but then you're minus to you're easier to be
I
hit.
can just
on
make
your
a straight
next-
attack roll with my mace.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, oh wait a minute. My bless is no longer an effect. I would say it's gone away by now. We've been wandering around and talking to people enough. Oh, only -2 AC. Whoa! How will I hit it?
You do hit it.
5
Yay.
points of damage. Such as it is. Such as it's going to matter to something like that.
Your mace kind of smashes it. There are fissures and flakes of the crystal to break off, but you have not stopped it. Anyone
This is
else?
Nothing.
So they've moved into the larger room in 19, so you've got room to move around if you want to move out of 18, which is kind of a murder hole right now.
That was another reason to move in.
I'm gonna run into 19, but avoid combat and try and
Sure.
look for a circulet.
Yeah, you start searching around. You are seeing an awful lot of alchemical ingredients, equipment. You're just not seeing a circlet anywhere though. So, but you're turning over, opening cupboards. That's what you're doing.
Mhm.
Scrimble Shanks, how about you?
I guess I'll go in there and help distract it with Galen there. So I'll run in with my exciting ordinary sword.
Okay.
Are we still blessed?
No,
Nope.
that's
No.
dropped. Yeah.
That's
That's
fallen off.
dropped. All right, so then. I take this amount of damage. I hit an AC 8.
No, I mean you hit it, but it's not enough to really do it any
Yeah.
damage. Okay. Right. So, Bill, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move into the room, and I'm just gonna like search it to see if there's any kind of weird like obvious control gem or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, fair. Roll something here. 6. So what is that? Nope, you're fine. All right, so that's what you're doing. There's a lot here to examine. So you do find a bunch of different gems. You're trying to figure out which one might be a control gem, etc. You're just going through everything. Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. There is a leather glove that seems to have gems encrusting like the hem of the gauntlet area and a couple down the knuckles. You know, they're not very impressive gems. They look like, you know, they're very low quality. But that's what stands out to you with that one. But just finding it's going to take your action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on and snapped my fingers.
There you go.
No, I'm gonna put it on.
Okay. Why don't you roll me a d6 then?
Uh-oh.
This is just for the next round of initiative. Oh, actually, you know what? It should probably attack.
Hasn't gone.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't need to.
it's going to attack Jameis. Or Galen.
Now, is it evil
It is not evil.
from the point of view of the protection from evil spell?
Yeah, it doesn't actually, because it's a guardian, it doesn't
Yeah.
have evil intent towards you.
Okay.
It would not
All right,
protect you.
just checking. Woo! That first one's probably going to hit.
That 18 is going to hit you.
I thought
Yeah.
evil intent was anything that was trying to harm you. though.
No, it's trying to protect the area, which is different.
Well, then it doesn't need to attack us. Well,
Yeah, it kind of does.
it doesn't.
in
We
the
just walked in the
area.
room.
Yes, but
Active defense.
yeah.
The best defense is a good attack, don't you know?
Yeah, it has no malice against you, is what the thing kind of keys on. Yes, it's a
2
construct
points
as
of
well.
damage.
Yeah, just a minor
Wow.
2 points of damage. The thing actually doesn't seem to be that, you know, now that you're in with it, it doesn't seem to be that threatening. Like it, you know, that blow that you did originally seems to almost have collapsed it. It's the blow that you just got hit with doesn't seem to be all that strong. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's really much of
Could have
a foe.
talked. They decided not to.
Okay, so what did you roll for the initiative there, Radnar?
Oh shit! I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3. Okay, so it goes on 2. So you put the glove on last round.
Yep.
What do you do?
I tell it to stop.
It stops.
New friend.
Hell yeah! I'll walk up to it and say, "Can you communicate with us?"
It does not respond.
Okay. So it's not going to be able to tell us anything, but we can take this thing along. And
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have a mouth. It has a very rudimentary head. Doesn't even look like it really has eyes.
Oh. Are you controlling this thing?
yes,
Can it find the circlet for us?
yeah. Can you grab the circlet for us?
It doesn't do anything.
What circlet are we
Maybe it
looking for?
doesn't know
Maybe
what the circlet is.
you have to
Still-
be specific about what it looks like.
Tearing the room apart.
We don't know what it is either, so.
I mean, all right. So if we look around the rest of the room,
Yeah, so
Find it.
Stoltheim, you're not finding anything. Like you're finding some leather aprons, like a blacksmith's kind of apron, because you know there are things that create fire here. You're finding little vials that have like a seed crystal in them. You know, they're put in like some kind of suspension. You actually see something that looks like a large man-sized mold or a vat, which are empty. But you're not finding a circlet anywhere.
I'm gonna set aside a lot of the crystal things and point those out to them, and otherwise, just, I don't see anything really of use here, which is weird. You'd think the lab would have some nice stuff.
does it have crystal residue in the man-sized mold?
Scramble Shanks, you want to kind of scramble up and take a look in? Yeah, it
I
does.
get inside it to take a better look and get trapped inside. And
It has
Crystal
has
Guardian,
little glistening kind of residue along it, and yes, the inside of it is kind of shaped like that guardian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, this is where he makes his guardians. It's great. I don't know how to do it. Can I get a hand out, please? Oh,
Yeah.
it's too far.
I close it on
You
you.
pull Scrimbleshanks out, and he's like a shiny vampire. He glistens in the light as his skin is covered with tiny little motes of crystal.
Oh, it's so exfoliating.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, this isn't finding us a circlet, but there's still the other room to go look in.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, down to that room.
Will this thing follow us?
It doesn't actually fit through the door.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'll leave it there, but I'm going to stick the glove in my backpack.
Sure, yeah, that works.
Ooh, nice big room. What do I attack this time, or what attacks me? This
Well,
time?
actually, you just open the door and look in, and this looks like it's pens for creations or monsters that are being experimented on. They're cages. Most of them are empty. And you can see the carcasses of, like, there's a carrion crawler that had died. A giant lizard also had died from starvation probably months ago. Corpses litter other cages. There is one cage. Curiously, it's alive. But it's in, like, all the other cages are like wrought iron or like cold iron cages. This one's in kind of like a wooden cage strapped together with vines and such.
What is that?
You can make me an intelligence check. Actually, the mages can. The mages can make me an intelligence check. This is not a natural creature.
Yep.
I fail.
I made it.
one.
It's Rust Monster.
Oh, baby.
Yes, love
Oh my
a Rust
God.
Monster.
So it turns to you, and its little feelers are frantically going in your direction as it starts to push against its wooden cage.
Oh, I love him.
Do you have anything metal we can give it?
We can go and grab some metal
Cages.
from there. Well, there's little cages. There's
Do you tell
retorts
me
and
what
stuff
it
in the lab.
is?
I don't know. Randall, do you say what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I have the silver cutlery sets.
You've got plenty of metal around the place, don't you?
Yeah, I just feed him the cutlery sets.
Oh yeah, it's like a starving dog. It just starts dissolving the metals, and
I have 6 sets of it, so I give him that. It was normal silverware. I just took it because I know it's expensive.
Yeah, sort of at the end of the day, your adventurers do need something like a rust monster to take care of all the crap that they end up accumulating. It's
Does
not a
that
bad thing.
technically count as spending money?
oh yeah. It
I mean,
counts.
we don't get XP for spending money. We get it for
that's right.
accumulating
Okay.
money.
Yeah.
So
You got to get somewhere safe, and once you do, then you're good.
Well, this one was fairly safe. I mean, it's in a cage, right?
And now that you're feeding it, it has calmed down quite a bit, although it seems to be very ravenous.
I suppose it has any
Anything
markings on it,
else?
does it? Does it happen to say property of Telena on it?
It doesn't, but you can actually see that it looks like some experiments have been done to it. Like parts of it, you can see where it's been like cut, or pieces of its body have been removed. It's actually only got one antenna.
Oh, baby. I feel bad for him. Like, I don't know what this cute little thing is, but I want to keep it.
Okay, I've got one here, you've got Rusty.
I
told
try
me
to
it eats
explain to
metal.
Schultheim why that's bad.
Well, we just keep it in the cage.
So you
I'm
just
on
stay
board
here
of keeping
from
it.
now on?
I'm for keeping it.
I don't mind. I mean,
Well, we can come back and pick it up on the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Give it the circlet.
I could use Passwall to get that automaton out of the other room, and I could have it carry the cage around.
I don't think it'll fit
That'd
through
be
the
kind of
little
a
doorways
dumb-
and doorways.
That'd be kind of a dumb way to use that spell, but
I mean, but it would only get it through one door, right?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But we have another door here. Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go
no.
check it.
Galen is
We're
trying
so
to
close.
open doors again.
Okay,
We're
so,
so close.
yeah, this one also locked. It's a long corridor. Jameis, roll me d6.
Look up. 2. Well, for me, that's a spot
Okay.
things.
Yeah. So as you go down to the corridor and you see there's a door at the other end, you pull your key ring out. So you're about to try. You hear voices speaking in common behind the door. There seems to be an argument of some sort going on. And I think I'm going to call it there because this is a big part. This is a big thing.
Cool.
But yes, with that too, you're alerted before you make too much noise. You're trying to open the door. And yeah, that's what we'll do it. Richard, still streaming. What do you got going on?
I haven't streamed in a while, and the world is complete and utter shit at the moment. So just stay safe out there, really.
Understatement.
I guess if you don't want to stay safe, then you can come and watch me play video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now.
Limited time
offer.
No
No
bells.
bells.
But more importantly, stay safe.
Yes. Dion, what do you got going on?
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool awesome friends like you guys, you can find me on my channel at Substances Used, where I do retro JRPGs, and lately I've been doing a lot more GTA 5 roleplay, where you can catch me as 60-year-old retiree Fran Wickerbottom. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. So that's all. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm all over Twitch doing TTRPGs.
Cool. Jameis.
Yes, unfortunately, they still have movies coming out slowly, although they seem to be running down at the moment. I don't know if there's going to be any more movies ever again. But that and other stuff is on my blog where I talk about things.
Things sundry. It's in the chat. Bill, you got anything going on with the frogs?
Yep. On this Sunday, I'm running part 2 of the Splinters of Faith campaign. I think we still have a couple of spots for that. And every other Wednesday, I am running the Lost City of Baracus. They're getting deeper into the Lost City. So yeah, we've got some space open for that too.
Nice. And of course, if you found us, you know where we are, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. Going on this week, this Saturday, I'm on the official Goodman Games channel running some Weird Frontiers, a horror western using the Dungeon Crawl Classic system. I'm actually debuting a kind of a drop-in module that can be used for any Weird Frontiers game if your posse is traveling from point A to point B. It's something I'm working on with another author, and I'm kind of using my group this Saturday as a play test for it. This Sunday, there might be some Boot Hill, not sure quite yet. Something, not sure. Tuesdays is first edition Dungeons and Dragons, and we have started up a Cyberpunk Red game. Unfortunately, my power was out for our character generation session, although we did record it, so that might be going up. But next Saturday, no, Richard is saying no, don't do it, don't do it.
It's not, it's not really.
Not worth it.
Next Saturday, we're going to try and have an actual game of Cyberpunk Red.
Nice.
So that's what's going on with us. Check out the podcast at BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. You can find all of the links there. Dion, you got somebody you want to raid with our few watchers that are still on? You raiding anybody today?
Who do I got?
Oh, the Lollygaggers are up. Who else is going on? That's the only people I know right now.
You know what?
Hmm?
Do you know? Do you remember Zophar's domain?
No.
No, it was like an emulation website. I was gonna say Zophar, the guy who started that, streams on Twitch. He's doing either Ninja Gaiden or Shining Force 3 right now. But I'd
Well,
say
here, let's just raid the Lollygaggers. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching us. Our Dungeons and Dragons shenanigans. Yeah, so this one's probably one more push through a combat, and we can get back to some stories. So say goodnight to everybody, folks.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night to most of you, but not all of you.
But not all of
Yeah.
you. Right. Okay, let me stop the stream.
Two.